Oh yeah, on the install of the new communication system with the I just use a regular drift mic on my Drift Ghost. I just run along the boom and I zip tie it right even or just a little below the head of the foam head of the boom mic on the communication system, and then I zip tie it just before it goes under the foam or the cushions of the pad, which you could use a little electrical tape, which would make it look a little cleaner. And then I do another zip tie along the boom up under the pads, so that way it's in there nice and neat. It's not going to go anywhere. And then just run it through the other side of the helmet and then out to the end where it plugs right into the Drift Ghost. So it's really nice and clean. Oh man, look at those things bounce. Holy shit. Girl, get a sports bro. Boingy, 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 boingy. Well, I lost my train of thought, but I think I got everything out there. Bye. Okay, just gassed up here at Costco. So, a couple things. I've been looking for a new helmet lately, and I like Nolan's because of the ratcheting mechanism when you do your, it does away with the D-rings. So I don't like D-rings on a helmet, and that's what's kept me from getting a few helmets. But there's one I've been looking at. I really like the looks of it and the reviews, and the price was actually really good too. But it's D-rings. It's made by Scorpion. And I had a Scorpion EXO 900 back in 2010, and it was a heavy helmet. It was bulky because I had a Givi 47 liter top case on my bike at the time, and it was hell closing the lid with that thing in there. You had to position it just right, and you had to take out like the little red map holder at the top of it to give it that little extra room. But it's a good helmet. The one thing I didn't care about it, on longer trips, a lot of highway, you would get wind hitting right on my right ear, and then my ear would be sore to touch, you know, for days. And so finally I got hit by a car, and that helmet got kind of jacked up, so that's when I went with a Nolan N91. I really like the Nolan N91. Music on. I don't know why it did that. Let's see. There we go. And got a new headset, so I gotta get my settings. The VOX might be too sensitive. It's voice activated. But I got a Nolan N91, and I liked it a lot because with my drift camera on the side of my helmet, you could lift up the modular chin piece on it, and whatever you're looking, you know, it didn't interfere with your camera. So I like that one. So it was time to trade it in. I wanted to stick with Nolan. So I got a Nolan N104. And one thing about the Nolan N104, where the camera's mounted, when you lifted the modular chin up, that the camera would go up too. So if you were talking to somebody or you just wanted to have your face open, it was filming straight up into the sky. So I'd never liked that on that helmet. And so that was one of the big things when I got another helmet that I knew that, you know, because I'm always going to get modular helmets. I just love modulars, so convenient. But that the camera would have to be able to work on it, so it'd stay in one position when the front was lifted. And so I kept looking at helmets, and I kept coming across a Scorpion EXO AT950. It's an adventure type, and it has a visor that comes with it, but I don't like the visor. Big eye ports, so your field of view is fantastic. Some people are wondering about the as far as airflow on it. I have no complaints. I even forget to open the top vent sometimes, you know, until like just now I just opened it, because it's I get plenty of air through it. It's definitely cooler than my Nolans were. I get better airflow through this than the Nolans did. But I like the looks of this helmet. I like the price of the helmet. And then there's a guy, I watch his videos. He has a channel, Big Bad Wolf Moto or something like that. Big Bad Wolf Moto, I think it is. He's up in Canada. He's originally from Greece. He had a black one, and I asked him how it was as far as wind noise and hitting on your ears and stuff. He said he wasn't having any issues with it. So when the guy opened his door on me, I just happened to be wearing I wasn't even wearing my 104 because of the camera thing. I went back to my Nolan N91, which I hadn't used in several years, but I've been using it for the last couple months. And when the guy opened his door on me, I was wearing the N91. So it was an older helmet anyway, and it got damaged, so the insurance replaced it. So I got the Scorpion EXO 950 in silver. And what's funny is that they were the exact same price. I think maybe $9 difference in the price, so the insurance covered it 100%. So then lost my frame of thought here. So I'm really happy with the helmet. That's why I haven't really said anything about it. I've had it for, well, I got it 2 days after the bike went in the shop. So the shop was in there for close to a month, and I've been starting to use it, and like I say, super happy with it. Super happy with it as far as how it looks, how it fits. Plenty of airflow, plenty of vision, the way my camera hooks up on it. I had my Scala G9, which I've had those for years, but I had a Scala, I can't remember the first one I had. It was a little unit. Then I went to a G4, and then I upgraded to the G9s, and G9's been working for me for a long time. When my girlfriend started riding, I got her a G9X, and Scala had also updated the G9's software to the G9X's. So we'd both been using those for a while, and she hadn't ridden in about 1.5 years now, I guess, with me. And so the battery life started to suck about a year or so ago, maybe a little longer. So I got a aftermarket battery that you can get off of eBay, and the tool, I bought the tool so you can take the Scala apart, because there's a website that shows you how to do it. And those worked for a while. I changed out both of them. And that worked for a while, and then mine started, I think it was the buttons were starting to get messed up, because you try to turn it off and it would sound like it went off, but it was still on. So then you'd get on it again and the damn battery was drained. So I started using hers, and that worked for a while, and then hers started doing the same thing. So here recently, well, last week, I think it was Friday, I went ahead and said hell with it. I started looking at new headsets, intercom systems, and I like the Scalas. I've always had good luck with them. And I could have went with the Q3. It would have been everything I needed, but I was looking at that PackTalk, and that PackTalk was, man, super nice. It has this DMC, it's a dynamic mesh. If other people have it, you can do up to 15 people in a group, and it's like an HD with the Scalas. But with a Scala, just with the Bluetooth, the normal operating system it has, you can hook up with any other, like Uclear or Sienna, whatever. And it wasn't that much more, so I said, yeah, what the hell, might as well. I'm not riding groups and shit, but hey, you know, she starts riding again, I'll get her one. I just got an individual, because no sense in having a $200 and something item laying around if she's not using it. So got a good deal Amazon on it, like $232. So ordered it Friday night or Saturday, I can't remember, and got it yesterday morning. So got it really quick. Took the old G9 off the new helmet. It's super easy installation, and I usually, on all my headsets like that, I bought some of this industrial heavy duty Velcro years ago, and I just put Velcro inside a helmet and Velcro whatever I wanted to it, and never had any problems with anything coming off, getting loose or whatever, and you could take it off as you needed. But this time I went ahead and used one of their little sticky plates, and it fit on there perfect because I've been using a drift camera since 2010 or 11. What a fucking retard. And the drift camera is a lot heavier than this little headset, so you know, I've never had an issue with the camera coming off. In fact, I've had to take off some of those little mounting plates for the camera, and if you just try to pull that crap off, it's going to rip, it's going to tear the paint off your helmet. So you have to get like a knife and work it in there to get it nice and clean off there without taking the paint off your helmet. So those things, I know they do work good, so I just went ahead, I felt comfortable just using that, and it's real sleek and slim. Looked over the instructions real quick, charged it all up, then got my GPS hooked up to it, also got my iPod. I don't have a smartphone. I might get one because this thing's got some cool features you can use if you have a smartphone. They have an app, so that'd be the only reason I'd get a smartphone. Not because I want one, because it just makes the system work easy. No, it's easy as hell. But yeah, its speakers sound fantastic. The G9 had great speakers. These sound just as good, if not better. The boom, the way they have it, where you can sit it in there, is really smart. They got a little couple pieces of Velcro, and you just put those on the inside of your helmet, and then hook the boom to it in a couple different places. Then it's got some wires. It has a little connector, and then there's also for the speakers, because you can change out the speakers if you want to have your own earbuds or something like that, as long as it's got a little 3.5 jack connector in there, so you can plug in any speakers that you want to. So that's a nice benefit of it, but I don't think it's necessary because these speakers sound really good. But yeah, happy. Well, I just used the unit this morning because I said I put it on yesterday, and sounds great. I mean, it connects quick. As soon as you get in range or close, I turn the bike on, boom boom, it lets me know my iPod's on, it's already connected, and the GPS is connected. So really happy with what I got with the helmet. I was super surprised how good the helmet come out, because you know, I didn't think it would be as good as it actually is, especially at that price. It was like $269, and you know, I much prefer this over the Nolans that I had. The only thing, like I say, is I don't like D-rings. If this had the ratcheting mechanism, oh, it would be perfect. But like I said, you can see out of this thing, the vision is just crazy how good you can see everything. It's nice and tight. When this thing locks down, it's down. You're not getting any air or water or anything like that. So like I say, just had the helmet for a while, just haven't said anything about it because I wanted to ride around with it enough to get a good perspective on it as far as how it's going to work. And I'm super thrilled. And like I say, with the headset I got, you know, it cost me $260 after taxes through Amazon, so it's $232, and that's still the best deal out there, through better than RevZilla and all that stuff. And super clean, just so much slimmer than the G9 and stuff was on it, so it looks better on the helmet. So totally happy with that purchase. So, all right.